Give me the call, give me everything, you could bring the melody. Can I go on now?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Leeyah. So if you're a returning viewer, like you've watched my video like 4th, 2nd, 3rd time and you've not subscribed, why? Just let me know, why have you not subscribed? You should subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button down below. It's absolutely free. You have nothing to lose. Just subscribe. Help this girl. Just encourage me. Subscribe to my channel. You can also turn on my post notifications. Just beside the subscribe button, you're going to see the little bell there. Just hit the bell and then you get notified immediately I drop a video. So guys, today's episode, which is episode 7 of the men's club, was tagged "Life Can Be Messy." And when I saw the tag, I knew Larry is about to be screwed. And yes, I was right, because Larry got screwed, because Lola actually found out that he was doing stuff with her mom. Last week at the end of episode 6, Larry was attacked by some guys, which I suspected to be Celine's people, that the lady that was trying to get into an exclusive relationship with Larry, and Larry refused. So I was actually expecting it to be her, and yes, it was her. So after he left there, he went straight to the hotel to meet Lola's mom. She just attended to his wounds, and he lied that some people just attacked him where he was getting food. And the following morning, Lola went there to see her mom, and he was there. It led to an argument between she and her mom, and she said a lot of things she shouldn't have said, but then it was out of anger. And she told Larry she was not going to tell Louis, but she doesn't want to sing with her mom again because that's embarrassing. Larry is finally screwed, because I've been expecting, when is she actually going to find out, because it just doesn't make any sense. Larry has been it's been going on for too long, and I'm just trying to imagine how Louis is going to react when he eventually finds out that Larry is involved with his mother-in-law to be. Okay, I don't know what's going on with TMC. It's looking like to me is like an onshore and offshore kind of worker, because I don't understand what's going on. What's this 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off they are doing with Tumini? Like, what is going on? We're at episode 7. I feel like they're already dragging this Aminu Tumini thing for so long. Why can't they just go straight to the point and let them get back together? Like, it's getting tiring and sickening. Like, this episode we didn't get to see Tumini at all, but I love the bromance between the guys, Larry, Tayo, Aminu, and Louis, because Aminu just keeps showing us every single time that see, people are broke. You people are. Louis is broke and he actually needs help, so he went to meet him. Lola wanted to give him some money, but he said he didn't need money, and so he went to Aminu to ask for help. And he was like, how much? Louis said 5 to 10 million. I was like, 5 to 10 million, pick one. He was like, okay, 10. And Aminu was like, okay, I'll just do 15, and you don't need to pay back. And I'm like, okay, hey, like, just pick a struggle. Do you want 10 or 5 million? Even when he said that, I'm like, see, there are levels to these things. There are levels to these things. When you have money, you have it. Like, see, Aminu is the definition of, if you have it, you have to spend it, and you have to show it. So just like that, he transferred 10 million naira to Louis, and he didn't even want to take it back, but Louis insisted that, what, it's a loan and I'm definitely going to return it. And that's something that is really, really nice to see, amongst friends, to see that they are there to support each other. They are there to, they're just there to support and uplift each other. It's really, really nice to see, to have friends like that can have your back at every single point in time. And that's one thing about their friendship that I totally love. And then Tayo is still lying to Tiara about the contract. He was going to our office to see her dad, and Tiara was like, or maybe he wants to give you the contract, and he was trying to like know her take on if the father gives him the contract on. And Tiara was even excited about it. She was like, I'll be so happy, you know, for him to give you the contract. I feel like that should have been the perfect time for Tayo to just tell her the truth, like, okay, your dad has actually given me the contract. But no, Tayo decided to still drag the matter. And of course, next week is definitely going to be in a hot mess, because she's actually going to find out now. And guess what? Guess who is back? No, guess. Trouble is back. Hadiza is back. Hadiza is back. Oh. And last week we saw that, you know, Shola Sobowale, which happens to be Jasmine's mom, came into the picture. And yes, like I was anticipating and expecting, she did not fall short of expectations. She's even more desperate than Jasmine now. Like, she just found out, okay, the guy is Aminu. What's his surname? He said Garba. Is like Garba, like the billionaire Garba. Say yes, say ha. You have to marry him. So it's like she herself, she's even more desperate than Jasmine. Jasmine said she has tried all she could for him to marry her. It's not working. And she's like, don't worry, I'm around now. I'm going to sort it out. So, okay, well, we are in for a long ride because I'm exhausted. I don't like the fact that they are dragging this Tumini and Aminu thing. And now with the introduction of the mother, you know that we are in for a long ride, because Aminu was there and she was even like, oh, she can prepare dinner. Jasmine had not even told her, okay, this is my baby's father. She has already, you know, jumped, and she has already, you know, taken the lead, and she's like, I'm Jasmine's mother, blah, blah, blah. Jasmine was like, who told you to tell him you're my mother? So, we're in for a long ride because it's there to cause a whole lot of drama. Fiona came to see Larry, that's, you know, one of the sugar mommies. She came to see Larry, and then he started blaming her. And saying she's the cause of, she was asking what happened to him, and he was saying she's the cause of his predicament. She's the one that changed him. She's the one that came along, because if she didn't come along, he wouldn't have changed his lifestyle. He wouldn't have, you know, changed his taste and preference in women. And he was trying to blame, because he was like, okay, how is that my fault? How am I the cause of your predicament? And he was like, she's the cause. And I actually like the fact that, you know, she actually gave it back to him, like, you know what, I'm not the cause of your problems. I am not. You're not the only man in town. And, you know, she just walked out, because I'm not here for the blame game. You had your time, you enjoyed it, you fell in love with her, you proposed to her, and she rejected you, and you still went back. So why is he blaming her? He's totally responsible for the choices he decides to make in life. So please, Larry, you can, you know, keep that. We don't need your, you know, your blame game. We don't need it at all. You're responsible for, you know, everything that is happening with you now. He's been mixing business with pleasure, which is not supposed to be. So with this is situationship with Lola's mom and Fiona, he doesn't even know they are friends. And, you know, by the time they also find out about that, you know, that's a whole lot on his plate. And when he was about going home, he just called Tayo, and he was like, he should come around, come and pick him. And so Tayo took him to the house, and you know where they got it, they already planned, because, you know, they didn't want the mom to know what actually happened to him. So the mom was like, what happened? The mom wanted to start shouting, like, you left angrily because of the girl I asked you to marry, you know, blah blah blah. And by the time she saw it, she was like, what happened? Like, he got up, and, you know, he was beaten when he was coming to my house. And it was funny the way Larry and Tayo just made her look, you know, this mother love now. She was running up and down. Okay, what can I bring? Like, she should go and make food, she should prepare something. And when she left, Tayo and Larry, they were just laughing at her. Like, it was so funny to see. It was good to see, you know, another side of her. And then we have Louis' mom. Louis' mom is just this character that just likes to, you know, manipulate her son. She's always trying to get him to do what she wants. And that's how she came, and she was, you know, talking about the fact that Tonya is pregnant and he has to leave, you know, Lola and go back to Tonya because they are trying to, you know, get their companies. And she came with her stories again, blah blah blah. And, you know, apparently she lied to Louis about some things, and, you know, she came to tell him the truth. And, you know, Louis was like, you know what, you cut me off, I'm not interested in this. And after Louis left, she also started her blame game, trying to blame Lola for, you know, Louis' actions and everything. And the annoying part, she was actually trying to blame Lola for, Louis' actions and everything. And the annoying part, she was actually blaming Lola because she was sleeping with an engaged man. And I'm like, okay, was it not the engaged one? She was not engaged, he was engaged. So why is she blaming Lola? And actually, like Lola, immediately Lola returned it back to her, like, you know what, you can't do that to me. I like the way she actually handled the situation, because as me she had kept quiet, the woman would have just ride on her and try to maltreat her. But the way Lola just handled the situation, Lola even had to ask her to drop the wheel, and she was going to talk to Louis and give her a call. So actually, like Lola, like this episode, I love the way Lola gave it to them hot from her mom to Lanre to Louis' mom. Actually, Trouble is back in town. Hadiza was a sweet girl. I don't know what's going on with her, because Tayo just went to an eatery to pick up his food order, and in the eatery he met Hadiza there. It's all like he didn't plan it, he was just surprised to see her, and they were talking and just trying to be nice. And then just as he was about to leave, while hugging her, Tiara came in, and Hadiza saw Tiara, and she made it look like something was actually going on between them. And Tiara started crying, but Tiara didn't even see that, and that was how the episode ended. I actually feel so bad for Tiara, and I didn't expect this Jasmine-ish, this witchy kind of attitude from Hadiza at all. I didn't expect. You know what, Tiara is in a deep shit. He has to explain about the Hadiza situation, and he also has to explain about the contract. So we are in for a long ride. And so next week, I'm looking forward. My expectations for next week is that Shola Shubawale will start making her move, because Aminu is about traveling for his business trip, and I'm expecting that by the time he's back, she would have cooked up a plan for them to get him to marry. Meanwhile, she doesn't know that the child doesn't even belong to Aminu. It's just a lie that Jasmine is telling her as well. So we're looking forward to how that is going to play out. I'm hoping by next week the investigator is going to have something to say about the whole situation, the setup of Tumini. And I'm actually scared for Aminu, because his business trip, I just feel like that's like a disaster that is waiting to happen. I feel like he's going to be scammed from that business process that he's about going into. So next week we are looking forward to details of the contract, and next week we're also looking forward to Lola Lanre's situation with Lola's mom, and and hopefully maybe Louis is going to find out about that. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the episode. If you've seen it, if you've not seen it, quickly go check it out, and please don't forget to like, drop a comment, subscribe and share. You can also turn on my post notifications, and you can also follow me on Instagram if you wish. Don't forget to please like and share. Please hit the subscribe button, turn on my post notifications, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.